Okay, y'all, I'm back with another one. You asking, I delivered. Today I'm here to talk about April 9th, people, okay? And I can't even say that with a straight face because if you know any April 9th people, well, it's hard to stay serious around them, okay? So it was a lot of fun doing this birthday. All right, first things first, there is none like you, all right? There's no one like April 9th, people. You guys have a very vivacious energy about you, very um, extravagant or extreme, and loud personality and excess. Okay. Yeah, very excess personalities. Um, and that's one of the things that people love about you. Just one of the things that people love about you. Okay. They know you're going to bring the energy, and not just any kind of energy. You bring that very raw, straightforward, um, direct, uh, expressive energy. Like if you, if there's something to be said and no one else in the room is going to say it, you will. Okay. And sometimes you can be very harsh. So, um, especially if to people that don't take too well to directness and straightforwardness, because you don't really know any other way. I don't think you've ever tried to know any other way. Just very, yeah. So if there's something to be said, you can be sure that you're going to say it. Whether it is something that people are going to like or they're not going to like, you're not the one to sit there and have a conversation with about somebody else over there that did something wrong, because you'll probably call them out. So, yeah. And that's a kind of a love hate thing that people, like about you. You have a very strong influence on people. Okay. And it's not like it's the most positive influence. And I'm dying laughing because you gotta love them. Okay. For instance, hypothetically speaking, if I wanted to go spy on my partner, I will call an April 9th person if I had that opportunity. Okay. They're not going to talk me out of it. They'll probably be there by the end of the conversation. Okay. With whatever tools we needed. Okay. Even though tools wasn't discussed in a part of the conversation, they'll probably show up with a bag of shit. Like, did you just have this waiting? Or like, where did you get all this stuff from? They're very excess. All right. And they're fun people to be around, y'all. Now, you think I'm lying? If someone born on April 9th was telling you a story, you would be dying laughing. Like they could be telling you something that realistically happened, not intended for it to be funny, not intended for it to be hilarious. But the way they would tell you that story, the way they would tell you what happened, you could be in the same room watching the same thing. And you're like, this isn't funny. I mean, this is just, this is some serious shit. Somebody could be robbing someplace. Okay. And then later on, they're telling someone else that story. You would be dying laughing. You would be dying laughing. Okay. So, it's difficult to take them serious. They can pipe down, and they do pipe down only when they're talking about themselves. Why? Because they don't talk about themselves too often, and they don't talk about themselves a lot. They don't talk about what they're doing a lot. You know what they're doing because they're more doers than they are talking about what they're doing. Um, when it comes to ideas that they have, they're very good at bringing their ideas to life. Whereas some people have ideas and those things just kind of remain ideas. Um, April 9th people are really good at knowing they have an idea and then also knowing when is the right time to execute that idea. Then that's something that I do like about them. They're definitely movers, so they move in the direction of whatever ideas they have, and usually they a lot of their ideas are surrounding things that may bring benefit to other people, or involve some kind of social something social, where other people can either benefit or enjoy or something like that. So um, so yeah, if you're friends with, or have people in your family who are April 9, beware. They can influence you very easily. Um, but it's usually like that thing you thought about that is wrong and you're probably not gonna do it. Don't tell an April 9th person, because they're probably gonna give you all the reasons why you should, and that's all you needed was that little 1% for you to be in it and doing it, and they'll be right there with you. That's the kind of loyal people they are. Okay, so another thing about people born on April 9 is that deep desire to connect to someone on an intimate, vulnerable level. So the people around you, even though they know you, they know aspects of you. And I don't want to say they don't know you, but you don't reveal the most vulnerable sides of yourself, even to the people that are closest to you. Now, I'm not talking about just crying or telling them, something that's really happening or whatever the case might be, but your own self-growth, your own areas of change, your own self-discoveries, your own, all of these things that for whatever reason, you're not as open or forthcoming, but you would more likely share it with somebody who you have that intimate connection with. It doesn't happen often that you find that, or that you have that connection with somebody on that level. And sometimes when it does, it doesn't last as long as you would like for it to. So in essence, even though you can be a very social person and have different networks that you're plugged into, oftentimes you experience loneliness and you live a very individualistic world. I don't know if I just made that term up, but anyways, yeah, it can be lonely. Not that you're not alone. So making that distinguishing difference there between being alone and being lonely. A whole nother video to probably talk about where some of that may come from and how to really work through that. Another thing is, one of the greatest gifts that you have is really to show those deep, vulnerable sides of you. I say that because when somebody is near you, when somebody's with you on that level, it's like they gave you permission in some sense to reveal those parts of you. Okay. And by doing so, there's so much opportunity and room for you to grow within yourself. So sometimes it ends up feeling like you're stuck or not really moving forward. Movement is important to you, but it can feel like you're not, because you're not having those opportunities to really reveal, self-examine, and then move about or move through the course of where your growths lie. You have a lot of talent, okay? Just as your personality is excessive, so is your talents. You have a lot of talents, and usually takes some time for you to own in on which one of these talents you actually want to like put 110% of your energy into, and monetize it or whatnot. But you're very talented. Like I said, you can kind of listen to people, um, and make their ideas, turn their ideas into reality, or for yourself. You know, you can really, you know what somebody is saying, you formulate that image as they're going along with it, and you kind of make it that reality. So that is for you one of the talents that you have, or one of the gifts that you have. Another thing about April 9th people is your ability to network. And when I say network, I mean like you know somebody who knows somebody that can do something, okay? Whatever somebody needs something or looking for somebody to do a meaningful or meaningless or whatever kind of task, you the plug, okay? You know somebody that can do it, or you know somebody that knows somebody that can do it, okay? So you're resourceful in that sense, which is why it's kind of not the easiest to imagine that you would be lonely, because you know a lot of people. You know a lot of people, you talk to a lot of people, different circles, all this other stuff. But when it comes to that deeper, vulnerable you, is now there's very limited as to who you connect with in that way and on that level. If you're not an April 9th person and you're watching this, but you know somebody who's April 9th, let them be. Don't tame them. Don't try to tame them. There's no taming them. You know, they're out here. You just kind of have to let them be out there. They simmer on their own, and that comes with growth. They change on their own, but still not much really change. The essence of them that really keeps us laughing or engaged or connected in that sense doesn't really change. It just grows. But if you know somebody who's April 9th, don't try to tame them. Okay, if you're dating one and you think that it might change, no, it ain't. It'll be different, that connection you have with them, but overall, that's just a part of them. That's how they are. And we've talked about y'all thought process. It's just very unique and hilarious and animated would be the best word to describe it. Okay, so lastly, what I want to say for April 9th peeps is your work discipline. You'll go to work, do your job, do what you got to do, but nobody can do it like you, okay? And some people may get fired trying to do it like you, because you'll go in there, you'll bullshit, you'll joke, you'll do whatever you do in your own way, shape, form, and manner, but you'll get the job done, okay? Other people go in and they do the same thing and still get the job done. They come out fired, okay? Your work discipline is very unique. And yeah, which is where some people may find you very unethical in your ways. But at the end of it, April 9th people are very caring people, very loyal people, and amazing to be around. Really, you're not going to have a dull moment around them. So peace out. You guys know what to do. That's all I got for April 9th. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.